Hello everyone! So today is the day the BetterPress, Spellbinders BetterPress has launched. So if you did your pre-order will be going out very shortly. And if you have not picked yours up yet, I know the pre-order bundle with the exclusive plate has sold out, but they will have more, with my understanding, in July. So if you are interested in that big bundle with that exclusive plate, like I mentioned, you might want to wait for July. If you do not want to wait, the basic bundle is available. In the basic bundle, I went through all those things in my initial video for the BetterPress. I'll link that in the description box along with my affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links. But I'll link the initial review video there so you can see all about it, and that way today we just jump in. I'll show you some of the new items and we'll play a little bit. So Spellbinders did send these items free of charge for my review, and of course all opinions are my own. So this is the BetterPress tool. Again, I've already done, the unboxing, except for mine didn't have a box because I have a sample, but I went through all the different things you'll receive in your basic kit, and then the expanded bundle pretty much in the last video. So again, I'll have that link for you guys. I do want to mention that Spellbinders does also have separate plates like this one to pick up again if you would like, and also the magnetic plate down here is also available for purchase just on its own if you would like a replacement, or just have another one so you can have things set up while you're doing your work. I don't know, but they have separate ones that you can also pick up. And of course the BetterPress is there. I'm going to put that to the side for a moment because I do have some things to share with you guys. I mentioned it in the initial video, but I have them to share with you now. So we have these inks, and they have them so you can buy black ink, it comes in the basic bundle, and then you might get another fashion color with the larger bundle. I don't recall right now, but there are more inks that you can pick up. So there's this set here. It's called Nature Tones, and this one's Regal Tones. And Nature Tones is Tawny Brown, Saffron, Wildberry, French Blue, and we will play with these today. Maybe not all the colors, and we'll keep playing as the days go by here. But in Regal Tones, you get Bark, Mulberry, Cosmic Sky, and BetterPress Black. So some of your basics. I had mentioned a little bit about the ink last time, but it says it's a specially formulated Ranger Archival ink, contains all the features of Archival ink, but is made for the Spellbinders BetterPress Letterpress system. Again, acid-free, permanent waterproof is what I wanted to point out, non-toxic. If you're using these with the papers, these cotton papers I'll show you in just a minute, I just use water-based markers with a water brush, so you can use watercolor. The paper is really nice. It acts like a watercolor paper. I don't know that even if these are insoluble with alcohol ink that you would want to do it, because this paper will probably just suck it right up, right? Because it's like a feathery kind of paper that it works differently, than just regular paper. Now, if you're using a alcohol ink based paper, you can try it out. Not alcohol ink based, but paper that you would use with alcohol inks. You can try it out and see the results you get. But again, they are waterproof is what it says. Now, there are re-inkers, which is really great because it is a little bit different. It's a little more viscous, I guess. The ink, I would say, I suppose they said it's oil-based. So you have your re-inkers. These might be fun to play with in different ways too, but we have Cosmic Sky, obviously. All the different inks that I just went through, you have re-inkers for them, which is really great. I mean, they are a small pad. The reason they're small like this too is so you can hold it really nicely and easily and just ink up your plates, right? So they're a nice size. They're not like these little tiny ones where they're like the little square. They're a little bit bigger than that. You have a nice hold on them. And then you have your re-inkers for them because that will be important, right? Because they're only holding so much ink. So I do have the re-inkers here for the French Blue. I mean, all of them, all the colors, which is really great. I would definitely say, to get the re-inker for the BetterPress Black, because I think that's probably what you'll be using the most, and then your accent colors, right? So I do have some fun plates to share with you today. Last time I showed you the thank you frame, I believe, and then the beautiful bouquet that comes with the basic letterpress. I believe with the bundle you get the happy plate, the exclusive one. So again, that's in the larger bundle, so there are two bundles. This one is so cute. It's called Handmade for You Icon. So you have Handmade for You, I'm glad there is you, have a wonderful day, friendship warms the soul. And then you have little scissors and a hummingbird, which is so cute, the hand with the rose. And so you have the plates, and they're all individual. And then you have the dies for the images, right? So you can definitely put that on there. And again, it's an everyday thing. It's like if you want to add it to the back of your card or however. Pressed bouquet, really gorgeous floral with this whole bouquet there. Just lovely, nice size on that one. So again, takes up the whole front of your card. Now this to me is an essential, the Always and Forever sentiment strips. Let me talk about the packaging really quickly, because I want you to notice that it does say BetterPress, Letterpress system, press plate and die set, right? On the back says Letterpress inking plate, detailed cutting die. So you have your plate here and your cutting die. Now you'll notice on the new packaging on some of the glimmer plates, it will say glimmer, you know, Letterpress, it'll say, because you can use these in your glimmer, but you cannot use your glimmer into the BetterPress, okay? So just remember that the glimmer plates should not go into your Letterpress tool, okay? But you can use these in the glimmer. Now again, Spellbinders themselves, so they're currently testing it. So like, how many times can you use this in the heat that is produced by the glimmer and not have, you know, a problem with your coating that's on these plates? So it's up to you. If you want to use them, go for it, but do not bring the glimmer plates to the Letterpress, okay? They're a little too thick and you don't want to damage your tool. But okay, so we have all these sentiments, which is awesome. You're going to do them all at once. You're going to cut them all at once, and you have, you know, from all of us, feel better soon, welcome little one, handmade for you, sending you strength. I mean, just all congratulations, everyday kind of stuff. So always and forever sentiment strips. And then this other sentiment, which has like shapes, which I love, like, you know, we have the strips, and then we have this that's a little more like artsy looking. A little message sentiment. So you melt my heart, you're a great friend, thanks for being you. Here's to another year, a big congrats, you know, sending strength, a little message to say, happy birthday to you. I mean, there's just, and these are all individual. So very cool, because then you can just put on your card front, or go ahead and just, you know, letterpress and cut it out and use it that way. So that's why these are individual, which is really great. And then some other staple items. You have your inks that I showed you at the beginning. Is the BetterPress letterpress system cotton card panels. So very fancy cotton card panels. It has 25 sheets in here, 8.5 by 11, 118 pounds. So it's nice thick stuff. I tried it out obviously earlier whenever I showed you guys the BetterPress initially, and it's awesome. Nice and thick. It says this curated cardstock works beautifully with the BetterPress letterpress system, creates spectacular backgrounds with Spellbinders 3D embossing folders. That'd be interesting, because it is nice and thick and has just a nice feel. Again, people ask, do you have to use this paper in the BetterPress system? You don't have to. This is cotton, and it just kind of pushes in, so when you get your letterpress going, it has a nice look to it. You can definitely get something similar, obviously, on regular paper. It might not be as embossed, right? That's the whole difference. And I got this question very much on my first video. How is this any different from just stamping? When you stamp, you know, you stamp, the stamp is on top of the paper, right? It's just flat on top of the paper. And the letterpress just has a different look. That's it, you know, it's finer. I don't know if you notice, like the detail is very fine, whereas stamp is a little thicker, you know, it's a little bulkier because they have to make it, and you can only make it so thin, right, before it doesn't work. So the detail is much more crisp and fine, and then embedded into the paper, so it has like a pushed in, a debossed look, because it's not embossed, right? The embossed would be popping up. It's pushed into the paper. So it just has a different look, and I'll try to show you that better today. I just thought I showed that in that first video, but maybe I wasn't getting the right camera angles, I don't know. But I have Pebble here, I have Bisque, which is a very like light cream color, right? And this is the porcelain. So porcelain, I think, has a little bit of a tone to it. Let me see if I can find something that's considered white. So this is a white cardstock. So as you can see that, it's a little, not quite like bright white, right? Really pretty. And then we have, again, the Bisque. Hopefully you see the difference there. And then Pebble. Just very soft colors to complement your BetterPress plates. All right, well, what I'm going to do is cut some paper down. I do have some already from the samples from before, so I'm not going to open this right now, but I'm going to cut the same papers that I had, and we'll just have some fun. I'll be right back. To start off, let's go ahead and make some sentiments, and I just want to show you, like, this is Bisque, I can tell this is porcelain. It's just slightly different than the others, I know. It might be hard to see on camera there, but let's start with some porcelain. Why not? Let me just make sure. Yep. And let's go with this one. So let's start off with making some sentiments, and we'll have them to use upcoming. It's really fun because honestly, you know, you're not heating anything up, you just go for it. So I'm going to put this here. Now I could trim this down, I suppose, a little bit. I was just going to leave it the way it was, but let me go ahead and just give myself a little extra on that. And we have this guy. I do have, and I should mention, I always try to help out, you know, with whatever I'm doing, because a lot of times people say, oh, it didn't, you know, mine came out differently, or whatever it might be. I have all 3 shims under here, and I had mentioned in the first video that I'll probably do that forever and ever, because why not? So they're all here. All 3 of the shims are under. You know, you might have to use 2. Maybe you don't need, you know, whatever it is. But I have all 3 there. I'm going to place just our wording here. And then this plate, you know, would be right on top. You can use this way, you know, with the BetterPress wording correct. You can turn it around this way. You can use it the other way. It doesn't matter how this ends up on here. It's the same, which is really nice. But of course, if you're using the, I don't even think that matters. I'll say if you're using this, you know, measurement, it might be a little bit off this way, but it just, you can run it through your machine however. That's what I'm trying to say. There's nothing wrong with that there. Okay, and let me see where that might be to help me think about where I want to glue it down. Or not glue it down, but tape it down. So right along the top, and then there's a little bit at the bottom missing, and that's fine. Basically right here. And so there we are, something like that. And then again, you want to tape it down at the very corners, just don't get too much. Now this paper is not delicate, but it does have layers, right? The cotton, the way it's pressed. So you don't want to put too much of the tape on there, because when you pull it up, you might take up some of that top layer or whatever. So just be careful. So I'm barely putting my tape there. And now I'll take another look. It looks like everything's good. Obviously you don't see the plate underneath, so that means we've got everything covered, right? There is a list of the type of machines you can run this through. I would say generally it's the kind of machine that takes steel roll dies, like those thick dies. So any platinum machine, Spellbinders, Big Shot. I haven't tried it in any other machines, and so I don't have that info, but usually Spellbinders is pretty good about having a list of the machines that they're compatible with. This one and the Glimmer, you know. Okay, so I'm gonna turn that over. And I mean, there's nothing to do to prep it or anything else. All you're gonna do is put ink. So let's try something different, because I used black ink last time for some of these things. So let's open this guy up and let's go with bark. It's a nice dark brown. And again, you have a nice area to hold it. Are these stackable? Hold on, I just noticed. Aw, it's interesting. They stack, but they don't stick together, right? But there's like a little bit of a, you can hear that the way it kind of clicks in, but doesn't click in enough for that. Okay. All right. I take it back. Okay. And I just go for it. Now, I can see this guy needs quite a bit. I don't know if you can see as I'm popping it here. I'm going to have to go over a few times. And they do say, you know, to go like this and kind of do a little twist, a little twisting motion. You really want to get that in there. Last time I had a little bit of over inking on my plate, and I left it there on purpose just to see, and it did not transfer to my project, so that's really nice to know. But again, I'm going to go through and I don't mind getting ink on my plate, you guys. That doesn't bother me. If that does bother you, then I'm sure you can have a different way of protecting that, maybe some wax paper or something like that. I just don't like putting something down and throwing it away just because, like, extra landfill. So if I can just get a job done without using anything extra that's just literally one-time use, I'd rather do that. Okay. I'd rather just work with it, you know. I am really putting quite a bit. It wasn't very dark, that's why I want to just make sure that everything is there. Okay, I might have done a little too much, but we'll see. Meaning I don't have to run it through that much. Let me put this to the side for just a moment. What's really nice about the BetterPress is it doesn't touch the surface of the paper until it goes through the machine. So even though I put my paper on here, it's not touching until we come here. So now I'm gonna run it through, and you can run it through nice and slow if you want, whatever you think you need to do. Now I would run it right back through, because that's just my habit, even with the Glimmer. But let's see what we have here. I guess I should probably remove it from the whole thing, shouldn't I? Look at that, and they are gorgeous. And again, I didn't try to clean up anything. I might have had some over inking. I can see there's ink like down in here. don't know if you can see it, like right behind this letter. And it did not get on my project. And hopefully I can get, I don't know if you can see, it's kind of like pushed in. It just has a different look to it. I'm sorry if I can't catch it. That's awesome. I love it. Okay, so we have all those. What if we do it again in a different color? So I'm just gonna wipe this off. I'm gonna use like a cloth, not a paper towel. I do not have the Archival ink remover right now with me. It's a Ranger product. I will link it there. You can find it on Spellbinders site. Basically, it's kind of like an alcohol-based thing. So, I mean, if you have alcohol and you just want to wipe it off, go for it. I would do it not on here, just in case the alcohol breaks down the ink that's on the press. I don't know. But, you know what I'm saying, the guides. But definitely just wipe it off and then maybe rinse it off or whatever. But for right now, I'm just going to wipe it and then we'll go to a different color. So I thought, well, why not use pebbles? So I'm going to put this on here. Just about where the other one was. Again, the paper, to me, it seems less texture on this side and a little more texture on this side. So I'm putting that more texture side facing down, so that's where this pushes in. I don't know if it makes a difference, but that's just what I've noticed, and that's what I like to do. So again, this little piece of paper, just so you know, is a little bit smaller than 4 inches, by like a little bit smaller than 5.5. And it covers well. And I haven't moved my plate, so that should be the same. These magnets are really good. Okay, so that's Pebble. And let's go with Cosmic Sky. Why not? Let me see what this other one is. Ooh, Mulberry would look really pretty, right? The gray and reddish color. Okay. So again, I'm getting some initial color on there. All I did was wipe it with a damp cloth. Again, it is oil-based. And let's see how we do. Again, that last time I was really inking it because I could see it was not easy to see the brown. So I just want to get enough on here that really, again, I'm doing that little kind of choo-choo-choo. These are like a fabric top. It's not sponge based, so it doesn't just like super push down in. It makes a big mess. So, I mean, you can use other inks, but just make sure that the material that the ink pad is made of is not the kind of thing that'll just like soak right in and just make a mess. Okay, nice firm pad is what you're looking for. All right, again, like I said, it doesn't touch. I don't know if you can see it. It's still up until you get to the machine. And let's bring it through and slide it kind of slowly. Gorgeous, gorgeous, and perfect. I mean, look at that. Again, super crisp. Just lovely. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me put these to the side. We'll do the die cutting in just a minute. I'm going to go ahead and use some of the script fonts, the other ones, and we'll try those out, and I'll be right back. Aside for just a moment. And probably should go ahead and take these off. I have some bisque that's already cut down small, so we'll just use bisque for this next part, and maybe we'll color each sentiment, you know, a different color just to have some things, some variety, try out some of this stuff. We already used black before, so maybe we use mulberry. Maybe we open up some of these guys. Let's try tawny brown. Let's try them all. Okay. Let's just try them all. So there we go. Okay. So I have this piece, and you know, I don't like wasting, so I'm going to try to still put the sentiments as close together as I can. And I'm just, you know, I'm just going to put some down. I'm not looking for anything in particular right now. This is so much fun, I'm telling you. Let's say that one there, and give myself a little room because I don't know how close the die is cut to the actual wording, but you still want to give yourself a little bit of room on your paper, right? Maybe that one there. Give myself some room because I'm going to use different ink colors. How many colors do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, we already tried those two. Does seem right? Okay. Yes. Okay, so we have that. And I'm just, you know, that'll work. Not too much space that I'm wasting there. There we go. Okay. So let's go for it. mulberry. And again, I'm looking, since these are oil-based, oh sorry, that was my machine handle went down. Since these are oil-based, they're not going to dry like in 2 seconds, so you have time. That looked really good. Tawny brown, of course, it's going to be a little bit lighter brown, so get a good amount of that on there. Let's go with wild berry next. This guy. Oh, you know what? I had wild berry in the initial package I was sent, so at first I wasn't sure if it was just like red because it didn't even have labels, you know, at that time. French blue, which is going to be very light. Very light. So let's just do that. Oopsie. And saffron. Kind of a mustardy yellow. Ooh, that one's, and it's really bright, actually. I can see it right on there. Oh, I did not tape this down. Naughty, naughty. I should have had that ready. Okay. A little tape here and there. It doesn't have to be every single corner, but there we go. Especially since I'm in a rush. Let's go for it. Not really in a rush, but you know, want to get that down. Okay. And let's see, because again, I took my time in between those colors. Just nice and slow. If you feel like you went too fast, like, oh, maybe I should give it another chance, roll it back through the other direction. Oh my goodness. Ooh, my Your Friend was right on the edge, so we'll see. But look how pretty. So happy birthday to you. Again, that was that beautiful mulberry. It's very purple. I was expecting it to be like a burgundy color. It's purple. That beautiful tawny is really lovely. Wishing you all the best in that berry pink, the saffron, and our French blue. And I want to show you the cosmic blue compared to the French blue. You can see it's just like a light blue, which is really lovely. How do they even, like, to get the difference in those colors and they work so well, it's really great. And this is the bark compared to tawny. Hope you can kind of see. Tawny has like a little more yellow tone maybe. All right, well, let's make some backgrounds, and then we'll put together a nice card. Before I go there, I was gonna say, you can probably see, I can see this in real life, how deep that is on this yellow. I don't know if you can see where, like, where my finger kind of falls into the groove. Oh man, it's so hard to get on camera, but hopefully you can see that. That's the difference, guys. It's pushed in, you know? It looks really embedded and nice. Okay, guys, so I'll probably cut this out with a die, but for right now, I think this is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 ish, as you can see. But I'll probably just cut it out with a die just so you can see that it doesn't have to just be like a plain piece of paper and then, you know, this other stuff. So I think that'll be really lovely. So what I'm going to do is use my press bouquet, and we're just going to make a fresh, no color other than the ink color kind of image on this, because we spent some time, you know, talking about the new items and doing our other stamping of all the sentiments and stuff like that. So, oh, this is another thing I want to say. When you have this and you stamp it, you're going to get the reverse of the image, right? So you see how I'm looking at it right now, and my flowers on this side. When I stamp it, or, you know, run it through, when you turn your paper back over, the image is reversed, right? So just keep that in mind, depending on, you know, if you want it to go to the left or to the right or whatever it is. So when I do that and I turn it over like this, the image will then be like that, right? So just know that. And you know, I said I was gonna die cut this, but honestly it's such a nice big image. Oh, well, you know, I still can, let's put it on here like this, and we'll see. I might just die cut it in a fun way. All right, so we have that, and I'm gonna go ahead and pop that on my plate. Again, just set it up like I've been setting it up. Just go ahead and put this on here, tape it down on this back side, just making sure it's touching everything. Okay, I'll tape it down and I'll be right back. And I think what I'll do is I'll use the mulberry, this one, Happy Birthday to You. And so let's make this wild berry, just really fun and wild. I'm sure you can mix colors too if you would like to do something like that, but for now, I'm just gonna start with this guy. Hopefully you can see all that. Look how pretty already. And these are all very color friendly. Like if you want to do this in black or brown, ooh, a tawny, and then color it, or, you know, whatever color you'd like, color it in. Be very lovely. Right now I just want to focus on the design, and that's that. That is a really nice application. That looks good. Again, let's say this paper was a little bit off, you know, just pick it back up and put it where you need it to be, because again, it doesn't touch the surface of the paper until you get it in the machine. My goodness, this morning my allergies are in full effect. Okay, just pop this guy through here, and again, I'm going to take my time slowly running it through so you can really suck up that ink and get going. And again, I'm using all 3 shims underneath the mat. Why not? Doesn't hurt anything, you know. And this is some pretty thick paper, so I mean, I would just keep the shims like I said. Look at that, my goodness. You know, it's so hard to appreciate on camera. Hopefully you can see the pressing of it. You hear that? Or my nail falls into it. So pretty. Okay. Let's put this stuff away, and we'll put a card together, but we do need to go ahead and cut out our sentiments also. So I'll be right back. So I was just going through some of my things. You know, I'm oval crazy right now. So this is just one of my ovals. I think this is from the classic fluted oval die set. And I know we're going to cut off a little bit there, and that, you know, hurts my heart, but I think it's going to look really pretty. So let's go like here. And again, I'm not going to put tape in here just in case it pulls away some of this beautiful cotton paper. So I'm going to put my tape on the outside so if it pulls away, no problem. And I was going to do like a rectangle or something, but I thought, oh, you know what, oval's so pretty, and then it'll just be on our card. And then we have all these guys. So with this, we're just going to simply pop this guy on here, and let's see which way. You can definitely check that out, and obviously it goes like this. Look at that. Perfect. Perfect. Let me move it just a little bit more this way. And that looks pretty good. Okay. So again, give yourself a little space just in case your die ends up right on the edge there. I'll put a little tape there. I'll put a little tape on the top kind of facing out also. I have a piece actually down here. I'll run that through. I'll run this through the same way, and we'll have all those sentiments. And then with these guys, just simply, you know, you're going to find the sentiment shape. And something like that. Again, I'll probably find all of them and tape them all down at once, so I just run all through at the same time. And I'm just looking at the little ridges from the letters and left and right. That looks pretty good. There, that looks nice. And again, I'll put the tape facing out, not touching the actual sentiment. And again, I'll just find all of them, pop them all on, run them all through at once, and I'll be back. They do say when you run it through your machine, make sure you use a plate that doesn't have any like marring or cutting into it, because that will definitely etch itself into your paper. And if you know what I mean, like, see on this side, the paper still looks pretty good. But on this side, the side that's on the where I normally cut, look at all those marks, right? So all those marks would be showing up if you use on your top plate a plate that you've been cutting into. So try not to do that. Okay, so I'll be right back. Nothing to myself. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Forever grateful. I mean, I like the way they kind of pop out all together. So I'll probably leave it that way for now, but look at that. All of these sentiments. All at once. And these are these guys. Just want to show you right quick. Easy enough to find all the pieces. And again, taping just outside of the actual sentiment, the actual die there. Pretty pretty. I'll be right back. Okay, we got lots of fun stuff here. Lots of sentiments ready to go for so many more cards. I'm just, wow. And to finish this card off, so I have a standard A2 size card. It's actually from one of the Spellbinders quick and easy card kits. And I just ran this piece of paper. It's 4 1/8 by 5 3/8 because that's the kind of matte layers I like. From the April embossing folder of the month, your standard embossing folder. I'm just going to glue that down, and then we'll have this on top, and then our sentiment. So let's go for it. Oh, the deboss side looks, so again, embossed, it's popped up, deboss is pushed in, just like the letterpress does. It pushes the sentiment or whatever image in. Super easy to work with. Again, I mean, it's just, take your time, you're just inking it up, running it through, and it just looks really gorgeous. I'm trying to show you better, hopefully. And this is after I even ran it through, obviously, to cut with the die cutting, you know, it kind of flattens out most things, but you can still see how it's embedded in there. Hopefully you hear that. I have ink under my finger. Okay. I think, I don't know if I'm gonna keep that flat and then pop this up. That's probably what I'll do. So I'm just gonna go ahead and glue this one down flat. And again, I kind of imagined how I wanted this on my A2 paper when it was like the full, you know, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. But then I cut it with my die, so I didn't have to really think about too much the placement of this on the BetterPress when I ran it through. But if you definitely want to put it on a piece that you're just like, this is it. Obviously you want to pay attention to your positioning. I'm going to put some dimensionals on this and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I just put some strategically placed dimensional adhesive and I think I'm going to place it down here. I mean, you can, you know what, let's put it here. That's different for me, so let's do that. Looks good. All right, there you go. So some texture in the background with some embossing. You have that letterpress look and then a letterpress sentiment, and it's just clean and gorgeous and beautiful. And I just can't say enough. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Thank you so much, Spellbinders, for these items for review. Lots of fun new plates, you guys. Super well developed. If you've looked at coming soon, I love looking at the coming soon section because it's the items that are going to be coming in the next month. You'll see that there are Christmas plates and sentiments and all kinds of fun things. So just, you know, they're just diving all in with the BetterPress, and it's really, really great to see that you have so much variety, right, to choose from. I love that, and that they're really fleshing it out as a collection, right, as a new line. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll have images coming up. I'll have the links in the description box, and again, if you're looking for that big bundle, again, there are supposed to be more available in July, so keep an eye out. Then I will definitely let you guys know when it hits the site. Okay. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Have fun. Now that you know people with the pre-order, yours are going to be on their way, and let me know what you think. All right, guys, I'll see you at the next one. Bye now.